What is good, nation? Post game reaction show is up next. Y'all already know what time it is. Another loss, but could there be a silver lining from all this shit? We're gonna talk about it in just a bit, but let me go ahead and kick things off. Here we go. What is good, nation? Welcome to the post game reaction show. I am your host. I am Jay Raider. Salute to everybody here and everybody pulling up. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe on this channel. Y'all already know what time it is. Appreciate everyone in the building. Man, interesting game. Interesting game. We're going to go ahead and get into it. But before I do, y'all already know I can't do a show solo YOLO all the time. I got to bring in some peeps and also have some therapy for today. Let me go ahead and bring out first one of the black, well, out here in Albuquerque, one of the Black Hole chapter members. You've also seen them out at Allegiant, out in the road. One of the super fans here, one of my guy, the Predator in the building. Salute, my guy. Appreciate you pulling up. How you doing?
Doing good, baby. How you doing? How you doing,
bro? Yes, sir. We just watched that game together in a bit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We just watched that game together, so we're going to go ahead and talk about it and everything that went down. But let me bring out another person as well. My guy, my co-host on Wednesdays, the New England Black Hole chapter president, none other than Hollywood Raider Jeff. Bro, that's never. That's never gonna get old.
Oh, what's going on? What's up? What's up, Anthony? How you doing, brother?
Man, another Sunday, another Raider Sunday, I should say. You know.
Well, yeah, man. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
But first of all, it was an honor, Jay. Thank you, your beautiful wife, and your kids for coming over. It meant a lot to me. Like I said, like you guys are welcome anytime. You know what I mean? Like, wish the Raiders did better. Wish we got the dub. But most of all, your guys' company. You guys are family. You guys are welcome anytime.
Oh, for sure, bro. Thank you for having us, man. Appreciate you. That's why we pushed it. I pushed it to this time. I had to drive from Timbuktu. No, I'm just kidding, bro. But I did. It was a good drive. So it took me a while to go ahead and get back home. The kids are already, they only have so much gas in them before they start becoming demons. But you already know. But before we get into it, obviously we always got to go ahead and give it up to the chat real quick. Shout out to Donuts Dunkin' Raiders. That's a new one. I love that name. Appreciate you pulling up. My guy Anthony in the building. Salute,
up,
my
AO?
guy. Appreciate you pulling up. Jason, first downs in the building. Salute.
The big guy.
Zian, appreciate you pulling up. Our guy, Silver and Black, Raider Podcast, Raider Will in the building. Salute. Appreciate you.
No. Hold on. If you're gonna do it, you gotta go. Raider Will! You gotta give that Raider Will energy, bro. If you're gonna talk about Raider Will.
I know, dog. My energy's on chill right now, so I don't got that energy, dog. And I don't even think I can even match Will's energy if I wanted to, bro. Will is like on another level. Exactly. See, even Jeff knows.
Yeah, bro, yeah. The first time I met his wife, shout out to Emily Lou, like this, and she met Christy. She literally said, "Oh my God, there's two of them."
Yeah, I know. Crazy. Shout out to Chris Villanova. Appreciate you pulling up. Salute, my guy. Thanks for pulling up. All right. Yeah, there you go. Will's already at it, bro. You already know.
Oh, that's our boy Chris that was just here.
Yeah. Shout out to him, man. Hey, appreciate you tapping in, dog. All right. You already know. Another lost one. Another divisional loss on top of that. And those hurt more than the regular losses, I feel, in my opinion. It's just a division losses because now we got to eat shit for another whole year until we face these guys again. But a little bit closer, and again, we're going to talk about kind of what the little bit silver lining that, I don't know, maybe me and you saw, Anthony. I don't know if Jeff shares in our same view, but we'll find out. We'll talk about it. Broncos 24, Raiders 17. Raiders fall to 2-11 for the season. You already know we got to go ahead and hit up that mighty box score and just talk about it. So let me go ahead and pull this thing up here. All right. Let's go to the team stats. It was 356 for Denver, 229 for us total yards. Passing was a little bit more even, 204 to 189. Rushing yards, again, opposition dominates, almost 200 yards on the ground, only 40 for us. So, hey, good thing we continuously go up by 10 yards every game. So maybe by the end of the season, we'll probably hit 70 again. We'll see. Wishful thinking. First down, 27 to 16 for us. Third down efficiency, they were way better at third down efficiency. There were 7 out of 12, 3 out of 9 for us. Obviously, fourth down, as we're risk takers, both teams 1 out of 3. 72 total plays to 48. Sacks allowed again. Sack City. 3 sacks allowed to 4. What did we say on Wednesday, Jeff? What was I said it was under 4 or 4.
It was over it was over on the 5.
Over on the
5. I went 5 right on the money.
See, I said 4. I was like,
yeah, you did.
Going 1 down. Yeah, I went 1 down. Did. All right, there we go. So there you go. Got the money, Bolo. And then obviously no fumbles, no interceptions, time possession.
That was another one we did. We did interceptions too.
Yeah.
But doesn't matter because we didn't throw any.
Yeah, we didn't throw any, yeah. Time possession, Broncos literally dominated almost 39 minutes of time possession compared to almost 21 minutes. Let's go into the player stats. Raiders, so real quick here, you have one thing is 2 quarterbacks in here. Geno Smith, 13 out of 21, 116, 1 touchdown, 3 sacks. So there is a point in the game, and I missed it, but I saw a little bit of the replay where I see Geno Smith go down, and he goes down on his hand or arm or something. It go down awkwardly, right? So Me and Predator were like, all right, cool. Yeah, he's going to go out. No, he returns until like what is it, like a whole drive later, I think. He goes down again. He gets tackled, and then you see him walking into the tunnel. Hence, they go into our backup, Kenny Pickett. You have Kenny Pickett, and I think we're in the red zone. I think we're like in the 8 or something. And he hits Besh, and then he misses Bowers with a high throw. But after that, this guy started finding his groove. Crazy. He was 8 out of 11, 97 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. He did get a sack on him. Quarterback rating 120, almost 130 for today's game. So I don't know. What did you let's talk about this before I go into anybody else's. What did you guys think about Kenny Pickett's performance once he went in? I'll start with you, Jeff.
I mean, unfortunately, it was garbage time, but he's still.
The whole game was garbage time, technically.
Well, yeah, true. But I mean, they're at the point where the defense is going to play a little bit more relaxed. He didn't have as heavy as a rush of defenders coming at him like Gino had. But right. I definitely saw a better pocket presence for him than with Gino. He got the hell out of there when it got hot around him. Made some moves with his feet. I'll give him that. His throws, man, he zipped that ball in there every time he was throwing it. So I mean, he did look a lot better than what we've seen from the quarterback playing this team this season. I mean, at this point, what do we do? Do we start him next week based on what he did? I mean, he was 8 for 11. I mean, that's impressive,
right?
Didn't throw an interception. You would expect him to like fumble the ball, which is what he's done already this season when he has stepped in, or throw a pick. So I mean, you're talking about a guy that only been with us for a short time, to be honest with you, hasn't had much playing time. I think he did okay. I mean, I'm not anointing him the next, Jim Plunkett or Gannon or anything along those lines. But I mean, for what he had to come in and do, he did it and he did it okay.
Yeah, 100%. What about you, Federator? What did you think of Kenny Pickett's performance once he went in for the injured Geno Smith?
Okay, hold on. If I'm going to answer that question, I'm going to do this for all Raider Nation because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to agree with me on this.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God they put in Kenny Pickett. Salute.
There you go. Salute.
But no, with that being said, like Jeff said, it's horrible. I think it is horrible that we're sitting there not wishing any foul before the chat goes all crazy. We're not wishing anything mal on anybody. But it's kind of sad that we're kind of getting excited like, hey, is our quarterback hurt? Are we finally going to put somebody else in? and at the end of the day, look how good he looked. And like Jeff said, I'm not sitting there saying he's our savior, he's our franchise quarterback, but I will take him over Geno Minshew or whatever his name is. like at the end of the day, he's trash. We got the Jets Geno. Like I said, is Kenny our savior? I'm not saying that. But what do we have to lose the rest of the season? More games? Why don't you put the kid in? Let's see what he does. Let's see what he can do. And who knows? He might be a true good number 2. It might be good to keep Pickett around for situations like this.
Right.
Let him develop. At this point, like me and you talk, Jay, at this point, if we're going to lose, I'd rather lose with Cam Miller. Get some time. Get some reps in. Get hit. Welcome to the NFL. This is what it's about. It ain't always about winning. Sometimes it's about losing, and it's about going back to the game plan and saying, how can we get better? How can we improve? Gino, on the other hand, is like, how the fuck can I get worse? How can I suck more next week? Can I get sacked more next week? Like, there's no pocket presence with him. He has feet of concrete. I thought Aiden O'Connell was bad. He has feet of concrete, but look at Pickett. They were trying to sack him. They were trying to get him, and the thing is, they didn't. Why? He used his fucking legs and he ran. He got away. And he even made some nice passes on the run. He was on the run when he made some of those passes. It's not like he needed to be protected in the pocket. So at this point, yes, I say start Pickett. I don't know if people are going to agree with me, but I'm going to say start him. Start Pickett. What else do we have to lose?
Yeah, yep. We have nothing to lose. You hit that right on the head there. I thought Kenny Pickett had a pretty good performance despite just coming in cold. He hit Jack Bush. It sucks that they missed Bowers, but they came back later on and they put on a pretty decent drive. They capped it off with a touchdown. So not definitely not mad at that. That looked that drive that touchdown drive looked better than what Gino has produced all season long, to me. Now, like I said, and I'm in total agreement. He's not our savior or anything like that, but he came out to give a better performance. What Gino did in what 3 quarters, this guy was able to do it in about a quarter and a half. So I mean that goes to tell you the change that somebody new can come in and make, right? And this guy's a mid quarterback. He's a journeyman quarterback. We're not talking about like Brock Purdy coming in or anybody else of that caliber, but you know it's just that change, that different look, that different scheme, like your different mentality, that sometimes injects a spark into a team, and that's probably what we're looking at here. Now, I'm not saying Kenny Pickett is going to start turning around and winning games for us. I don't think that. I think we have a long way to go, especially with this offensive line. But things just look better. We just don't look so sloppy out there, and that was always my biggest thing going into the last like 4 or 5 games of the season. I just don't want us to look sloppy. I just want us to look better. I just want us to give a better performance offensively. So, let me kind of continue on the box scores, and we'll go ahead and get back into the nitty gritty. Rushing, Ashton
hold on,
Jenkins.
but real back to Kenny. He looked comfortable. He didn't look scared. He didn't look nervous. He looked comfortable. He looked like a quarterback hungry and ready to play.
Well, yeah, I think he was. I think a couple of times there was already a couple of times, especially last game versus Denver at Denver. Same thing. Gino got hurt and he was ready to go. He already had the helmet on. He was going to start trotting out the field, and they called him back. And then Gino played that rest of the game, but he wasn't lucky this time. So he got fucked up to the point where he had to go walk his ass, did the walk of shame to the tunnel, and finally Kenny Pickett got an opportunity to go ahead and kind of show what he has a little bit. I mean, this guy, honestly, he was, the whole reason why the Browns even went after him. And I know, like, the Shador lovers are going to hate on that. He was slated to go ahead and take Joe Flacco's spot right before the season started. Now, I don't know what that looked like. I wasn't keeping up with the Browns like that, so I don't know what that quarterback battle looked like. But there was a point where Kenny Pickett was going to be the starting quarterback if he wouldn't have had messed up. What was it? His hamstring. He had a hamstring issue. So if he wouldn't have messed up his hamstring, I think he would have had started for the Browns, and that's probably why they also put him on the trade block to go ahead and begin with. So I don't know, whatever that means, but I know we looked a little bit better with Kenny Pickett out there. But let me go back to the box score. Rushing, Ashton Jeanty had 10 carries for 30 yards, 3 yards per clip. You had Kenny Pickett had that scramble for 6 yards. Gino had one for 4 receiving, and I think this is where I really want to go ahead and highlight stuff. And I've been literally screaming this all season long to get Jack Bush involved. Finally, he has a game where it's not a breakout game, but at least we're starting to see what Jack Bech can do. He's finally had a pretty good amount of receptions. He had 6 receptions today, 50 yards. Brock Bowers had 4 receptions, 46 yards. Um, Tyler Lockett, three receptions, 41 yards. Shedrick Jackson, there you go, with the game-winning touchdown. I'm not with the game-winning, with the touchdown earlier. 1 reception for the 25 yards with that 1 touchdown. Ian Thomas, two receptions, 17 yards. Ashton Genty, 2 receptions, 8 yards, and Raheem Mostert had 1 reception for 2 yards. But again, Jack Bech getting 6 receptions with 6 targets. What did you guys think about Jack Bech out there? Predator, I'll start with you now.
I'm gonna say, he looked good. He looked like a draft pick that we picked, and what we picked him for. I'm not gonna say he finally showed up and did his job, but he looked pretty good today. And I'm gonna say, is he a true number one? In my personal opinion, I don't think by any means. I don't think he's a true number one. But look what he did for us. Put him in that slot. Use him on those third down situations. He looked good. He got catches. Yeah. I mean, oh, damn. You need some cream for that.
Oh, you just saw it.
But no, yeah. So, I mean, I'm going to say he looked good. Like I said, is he a true number one? No. Does he have time to develop? Yes. I'm going to say this. Just basically what we've seen with him right now, let's see what he could do with Pickett. Mm-hmm. Let's develop him. Let's get him some more reps. Let's get him a few more hits. And then, honestly, work out. Work on your running. Work on your catching. Come back next season and show us, look, I'm hungry. I can help this team win. This is what I'm here for. I'm here to do my job. I'm not here to bitch and moan. Let's get W's and let's get back to a fucking Super Bowl caliber team. Mm-hmm. Like I said, am I going to sit there and say he's going to be the reason why we're going to win the Super Bowl? No, I'm not saying that. But he did good. He didn't really have no drops. I
didn't see any drops from him. He was pretty solid. He came
6 for 6, so no drops.
6 for 6, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, anytime you give him the opportunity to catch the ball, so long as it's within reach, he's going to go ahead and make that catch. And you know, I've been screaming to use Jack Bech in third down situations to help us, you know, keep those drives going. And, you know, now we're finally starting to see, like, what he's starting to look like. I like what I see. He's not a number one. I don't think he'll ever be a number one, but he's going to be a good complementary piece. This is why we went out. This is why Spytech went out and picked up Jack Bech to be that replacement for Jacoby Myers, who's going to be Mr. Dependable for you. The guy you can go ahead and get the ball to, and you know he's going to be able to go ahead and make the catch. He doesn't have the best route running. He's not super fast. This guy just runs a 4.5, so he doesn't have like killer speed, but he's able to go ahead and make those plays and make those tough catches when needed for sure. Jeff, what are your thoughts with Jack Bech and the whole receiving core, rushing? I mean, 40 yards rushing again, just pathetic.
Real. Before we do that, anybody watching this game right now, did you just see the shot that Rice just took?
No.
He got his soul knocked out of his body on that hit. That was vicious. Sorry if I seem out of it. I don't know what's going on. I'm not feeling that great right now. Last night on the last call, I we did the X factors and everything, and
right.
Chris picked his, Jason picked his. I threw a weird one out there, and I think he came as close to being an X factor as possible based on what he did today. And I picked Bech last night as my X factor. And when I'm watching the game, I'm like, okay. So he's taking advantage of the fact that Thornton was out. Yeah. So he started the whole game. 6 catches, 6 targets, 6 catches. You know, I mean, the kid was out there. He showed what we were hoping for from him. I think it's bright going forward, maybe. We'll see. If depends on how much more he gets used after this. I hope it is more. As far as Genti in the running game, it's 16. Was it 16? Right? How many carries?
He had 10 carries for 30.
10.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So 10 carries. So 3.0 average. That's not good enough. It did seem like he was able to run it a little bit more up the middle versus past games. I did notice that a lot of his runs were off the ass of Rodgers, from what I could see.
Okay.
So I think that's another. We haven't gotten to that point yet. I don't know if I'm jumping ahead on you. I'm more impressed what I saw from Caleb Rodgers, to be honest with you. He played the full game, and I think the kid did a great job again. He's already surpassed what I thought, they were going to use him for going forward after last week's game. I'm glad they let him play the whole game.
Yeah.
I mean, the rest of the team, I don't know where the hell they went. It was nice to see Jackson get that touchdown. I mean, that kid looks like he could be something possibly. Bowers is Bowers. Not enough targets, unfortunately. Again, that's not his fault.
Right, exactly.
And again, with Geno, man, he's got no pocket presence, man. He can't feel. I don't know if he can't feel the pressure or what. I mean, he should expect pressure immediately every time that ball gets snapped with our line. Plain and simple.
Yeah, he should already be expecting it. Like, if you feel that pocket is collapsing, it's your job to get out of it. Whether and then try to save. You don't have to you don't have to go ahead and try to gain yardage necessarily, but don't lose any. And that's what I feel like is just killing our drives, is that he gets those big sacks and it kills our drive. Now we're pushing from instead of like a 3-8, maybe, and now it's like 3-17, 3-15 type of situations. And you're really asking a lot on the struggling offense to make up a lot of that yardage to continue this drive. And what we saw with Kenny, I like that he had a nice rollout. And I don't remember if he hit his guy or not. I got to go back and watch this game tomorrow. But he had that nice rollout. I remember seeing that. So it's just that, like you said, it's that awareness that Kenny Pickett is just displaying when he was out there. But I think anything at this point is better than Geno. I like what Jack Best did. I like what Bowers did. Cedric Jackson. Hey, I'm gonna just say this: he had a touchdown in preseason. He had it. Now he has a touchdown here. The kid might have something like you said. I feel we should see more. Well, let's see what this guy has. I'd rather see what he has over Tyler Lockett. I'd rather see what Kenny Pickett has over Geno Smith. I'd rather see what Caleb Rogers has over, I forgot what the other guy's name. Kappa. They have Crappa paying center right now. I forgot who's the other guy. Who they have?
Parham, Meredith,
because they're putting Parham out there. So I'd rather see Rodgers over Meredith, and see what these guys. We saw talking Hemingway. He had I think. Let me check. They did give him a sack for that sack he had at the beginning of the game. And I saw that. I was like, wow, man, that's great. I'm glad they have him out there. So let's go.
It's funny that you say that about, let's start this guy. Let's see what we got. What do we got to lose type of thing. And I think Will said it Friday night. How people saying we haven't hit rock bottom. He goes, I think it was Will. When you sit there and say we got nothing to lose, let's put so and so out there and so. That's when the team has hit rock bottom. And I agree with him 100% on that.
Yeah,
we're at that stage now where it's like, what do we got to lose? Let's just
what are we playing here for? Yeah, I mean, what are we playing here for?
We're at that evaluation stage now. We ain't going anywhere. Let's see what these guys have got, because you got decisions to make after the season's over. Yeah. Hemingway had a sack today, so let's see more of him. Let's get him more involved again. Why not? Right, exactly. You're going to have Butler comes next year. You're not going to waive him. You're not going to cut him or whatever. Let's see what we got with these other D tackles that are on this roster. I mean,
right, exactly, 100%. And that's the way I'm seeing it right now. I mean, I highly doubt this team, the way we have it now, for everybody who's following along with the tank, because we'll talk about that in just a second. I doubt they win more than 2 games. I doubt even they win one game at
I don't
this
think we
point.
win any.
I don't think we win any. You know, it's going to be a tight one with the Giants, but outside of that, I don't think we beat anybody else. We only have what 3 games now? Is
Four
what is it?
games.
4 games, right? Yeah,
Yep.
and we have Philly next week, and then we go to Houston after that, I believe, right? Or am I
Yep.
wrong?
Then we go to Houston and then we're home for 2 games. The last two
For
games.
Giants and Chiefs, right? So then that's those are tough. I mean, Philly's tough. Houston, they're so, but they're way better than us. And that's really the Giants who are also struggling. And then you have the Chiefs who are what 6-6, something like that. They're
They're
500 right now
six and
currently.
six right now. They're tied right
Yes,
now at 10-10.
and they already
12
gave us
minutes
a
to go
belt
in the
to
fourth.
ass. Yeah, they already gave us a belt to ass, and they were
Yeah.
doing like they had a worse record at that point. So I can only imagine what would have happened this time around. I don't want to think about it. But I really don't. But this is where you utilize that time to see what you have out there. When we talk about guys like Cedric Jackson, when you talk about guys like Jack Bash, this is what we want to see. We want to see what we're able to go ahead and get out of these guys. With Caleb Rogers, maybe this is a pick that might have something there. At the worst case scenario, we know that at least we can keep this guy for his length of his contract, at least as a rotational piece at worst, right? Now, could he be a superstar? I don't know, and especially with the coaching that we have here, don't hold your breath. But he might have enough natural talent just to like keep his ass here and not get cut. So, but we're still a long ways away on that part. Let me go into the
Not only
defense.
that. Okay.
Let me go into hold on. Let me go into the defense part, and then I'll get out of the box score. And we'll keep on talking.
No, no, but
Defense,
I was going to say what you were saying. What was the point in drafting these guys if we're not going to play them?
right?
Well, we don't know what they have. We don't know what they're capable of. We know what our starters have right now. And I'm sorry to say, if we're going to lose, put these kids in. Put these kids in and develop them.
Yep.
That's my thing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll definitely get into that part. Defensively, Devin White had 10 tackles, 9 assists. Jeremy Chin, 4 tackles. Sorry, 7 tackles, 4 assists, 1 sack. Eric Stokes, 6 tackles, 3 assists. Paul Mao had 4 tackles, 1 assist. 3 tackles, 1 assist for Lonnie. Darren Ford had 3 tackles, 2 assists. Landon Roberts had 2 tackles, 3 assists. Same for Jonah Walu. You had Landon Roberts, 2 tackles, 3 assists. You had Max Crosby, 2 tackles, 2 assists with the 1 sack. Walu, 2 tackles, 3 assists. Tonka Hemingway with that 1 tackle, that did give him that sack. Yeah, Thomas Booker, 1 tackle, 2 assists. Charles Snowden, 1 tackle, 1 assist. Tommy Eichenberg, Jamal Adams, Kyle Blue Kelly had 1 tackle each. Malcolm Kuntz had 1 assist. Same for Adam Butler and one assist for JJ Pegues, who also played in this game, which I'm glad they're playing the D tackles out there. Darian Porter also getting some burn. So I think the pressure has finally got to P, either that's being directed by Spytech and the front office, or by us, or a little bit of both. I don't know. Either way, most of the rookies are getting burned. The only one that has not still, that's Caleb Rogers. And well, if we keep getting same performances from Forsyth, I don't know. At this point, might as well throw in the fucking rookie. Throw that dude in there too. Let's see what he has. I mean, you've played everybody else. I think even you get a Lindenberg out there from time to time, but he's not recording stuff. But I think he's in there from time to time on a few snaps. But might as well throw Rogers out there at some point too and see what this kid has. give him some exposure, and let's see what he can do. But I think the thing here was the injuries. Gino got injured, as we talked about. Kyle Blue Kelly was another one, another injury as well. I don't know the prognosis on their injuries as of yet, but we should know more probably by tomorrow. Kind of where's Gino at? I saw something earlier, something about his shoulder. Let me see if I'm able to go ahead and pull it up. Actually, I think I have it here. Hang on one second. No, I don't. My bad. That was a different one. Um, we'll talk about that as well. But I heard it's not as bad as what it is, or something like that. So he may or may not be ready for the next game. We'll see what happens. But obviously, with this loss, we got to talk about the draft, the Techathon. It's already that time, bro.
Well, before we go to that, can I just say something about the defense real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know what you guys saw. Now, you were in a little bit more of a relaxed setting. Were you at Anthony's house watching the game with? All right, so you were definitely in a more relaxed setting. I'm sitting in a Buffalo Wild Wings, so it was a little bit loud and stuff going on.
Plus, I wasn't sober, so that doesn't help either.
You were or weren't?
I was not.
Oh,
I was not. I am not.
But from what I could see, from what I did, from watching the game, it looked like Porter had a decent time out there. It looked like he was on coverage. He showed some shit out there. That hopefully that's another thing that maybe gets him some time. What's up, Moval? That gets him some playing time going forward. I mean, we got to do something. Like I said, we got to do something with these kids, and I think he looked okay out there. Not saying that, again, he's another savior for the team, but these are pieces for the puzzle we need to look at for next year. Do we have something with this kid? Better than, number 3 overall, third round pick. He should be starting. Why is it taking this long to get him more time in a game? So that's all I wanted to say. You're muted.
Sorry, my daughter was crying. Hopefully we get to see something from Charles Grant. I just want to see. I want him to get some exposure, see what we got in the kid. If it does need more development, which I do feel it's that way, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But I think he needs to get a little bit of exposure. I think it started. I mean, this is the only way how these kids are going to eventually get better. And we get to find out what they are actually made of. But
Donuts, a lot of people miss tackles again. That's another big thing. They're still missing tackles, easy tackles.
Yes, that was a big thing.
They didn't even try to tackle. They're like trying to hug them low key, trying to grab their arms.
Like, no, tackle them. These guys instead of wrapping them up. That's the other thing that pisses me off. Stop trying to knock these guys out with one shot. You do that, the guy just bounces off and keeps going. Wrap them up, man. It's fucking basic shit. Offensive lines got basic shit issues, and our defensive guys can't tackle.
They try to get too cute, trying to go ahead and go after the ball and try to create a turnover. That's kind of what happens. But yeah, that's kind of what's been what I see from time to time. But hang on one second, guys. All right, so let me go ahead and pull this up. Obviously, we're talking about the tank. Raiders now have the 2nd overall pick in the 2026 draft. Let me go ahead and shoot over to Tankathon. We are now officially in the 2nd overall pick, right below the Giants. Giants have a better strength of schedule. But we're currently tied with them 2-11, but we currently have the 2nd overall pick. For everybody who's already starting to track the tank, gotta give you your weekly update. You already know. So I also wanted to go ahead and share this. Could this be the future quarterback of the Raiders? I don't know. I don't pretend to know because honestly, I've said this before in prior shows. It could vary just depending on what the situation is, with good old Pete. But tank wise, we are currently have the number 2 pick. Really quick before I jump into your guys' opinion, shout out to AR in the building, Predator Jay and Jeff. Much love. Hey, appreciate you, my guys. Salute to you. I hope you had a good time today. I know you were out in Vegas over the weekend. I hope you had lots of fun at the Charge game and this game as well. Appreciate you, my guys. Salute to you. But yeah, what do you guys think?
Stop in Philly on your way home.
There you go. See, just wanted to go to Philly next week.
Come experience the cold weather with me.
The holiday. I want you to extend your holiday, bro. So
yeah.
There you go. But what do you guys think? Second overall pick. Jeff, bro, it feels so deja vu. It feels so deja vu from last year where we were having the same exact conversation.
Right, and then we went on that. Then we won those 2 meaningless games at the end and got bumped up to 6. How did we move ahead of Tennessee? I thought Tennessee was still going to be before us because we beat them. I don't get how that. Who did they beat today?
They beat Cleveland. They beat Cleveland.
They beat. Oh, that might be it. Yeah. They beat Cleveland. Cleveland beat us. But we beat Tennessee. I don't know. I don't get the tiebreakers. Yeah, strength of schedule. Yeah, that's true too. But either way, we need the Giants to win one more game. And we need Tennessee to win one more to feel confident. Yeah. You know what? Actually, all we need is Tennessee to win one more game. And then the Giants, I don't care if we have the first or second pick, but what does scare me is if the Giants have the number 1, will they trade with somebody that needs a quarterback that bad? And again, the only way I'm looking at taking Mendoza is if we address the offensive line and free agency. And I've said this all week long. I want Lindenbaum from the Baltimore Ravens, a bona fide 100% starting center. We can go and do what you got to do to get him in. You get him in the door and maybe pick up one other free agent offensive guard. Okay, now go and get your quarterback. Go and spend your first round pick on a quarterback. Take it. Take that shot. But what scares me is if Pete's still here.
Yes.
That's the thing. Mm-hmm. You know, if Pete's still here, do you want to bring in a young quarterback or a coach that's only going to be here for guaranteed 2 more years unless he gets fired? You know, that's the downside to this. I'm done with Pete. I'm sorry. And if that's the case, I want everybody gone from the coaching staff. Not a single soul left behind. Start fresh. I want a young offensive-minded coach. I don't want a defensive-minded coach. I want an offensive one. And I want one that can be here to help develop a young rookie quarterback to get him ready to take us to that next level. And if we get the 2 offensive line, that's all you need is two pieces. I want a bona fide center and another guard. Keep JPJ at guard. You bring in a center like Linderbaum. You bring in another offensive guard. You got Glaze. You got Colton Miller coming back. You got JPJ coming back. You got Grant. You've got Caleb Rogers. So you've got, I think, the right mix. You know, that means no more Parhams, no more Kappas, no more Forsyths. All those guys gone. See is if we take cap hits, we take cap hits.
Yeah.
But if Pete Carroll's here, man, that changes everything.
That is a tough one. That is a tough one. Yeah, because it does change a lot of things.
And if the Giants say they trade with the Jets and the Jets move up to number 1 and they take Mendoza, then we just take Caleb Rogers and go a different route. That's how I feel. You take the best guy at that point, and I think the best guy would be Caleb Rogers. Solidify that secondary.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Predator? What are your thoughts on having the second overall pick? What do you see happening potentially in this draft? What are your thoughts, brother?
I'll just call it right now, deja vu. Probably be talking about this again same time next year. Nah, I'm joking. I'm gonna say My thing is like, and I understand everybody, like my boy Chris, Mendoza. I understand that, but like you guys said, what's the point of getting Mendoza if we don't have nobody to protect him? If we don't have nobody to protect him, he's gonna get hurt. You know what I mean? Like look at Jackson Dart. We've already seen him go out how many times with concussions? You know what I mean? Like these kids, they're coming out of college, in my opinion, too early. They're not developed. They're still growing as men. And they're going against grown men. At the end of the day, the NFL is a whole nother stage. Think about how many college players there are, and think about how many NFL players there are. Not everybody gets to that level, and just because they do, don't mean they make it. How many number one draft picks, how many Heisman winners gone to the NFL and did nothing? They did nothing but party, lose games, and now they're announcers or they're in Canada or we just don't even know who they are. Or you're like Mark Sanchez, you're over there getting stabbed in a fucking bar.
Right.
Like, I mean, like, bro, like how are you a millionaire and you getting into a knife fight at a bar? Like,
getting that fight in the alley, bro. The dude felt froggy. He fucked around and found out.
so
By
so
some
I
like
mean, so
7-year-old
I agree
man.
with Jeff, like he said with the line. I feel we have the line, just take out the shitty people that you guys have in rotation, put these kids in, see what they could do, see who's gonna be here next year, see who's not gonna be here next year. And I'm gonna say, do not get a tight end. We already have enough fucking tight ends. We got a young running back. We Bowers is doing this shit. We got receivers. I'm going to say either a line or a QB. It has to be one of the two.
Yeah. My thing is this. I don't know. I guess I have PTSD, Leatherwood PTSD, and I don't know if I want to go that high on the lineman. I still feel that we can pick up a pretty good lineman in the second round, and Spytek just has to go ahead and do his thing there to go ahead and get some more picks. But I if it's not Mendoza, which whatever for all intents and purposes, if I feel with the Giants, if nothing changes and this is the order at the end of the season, I feel that the Giants are not going to get a quarterback. So it's going to be Mendoza. We stay at number two. Same thing, even if we trade places with Tennessee, you have the number three pick. Mendoza's still going to be there. Um, the only ones that probably concerned about picking up a quarterback, you can put Cleveland, maybe New Orleans, but I've heard that they like Tyler Shell over there. Washington has JD5, so they're good. It's gonna be literally the Jets. The Jets
Arizona,
are gonna be the
Arizona
ones.
might be looking for a QB.
The Arizona might get a QB. We'll see, but I mean they're farther down the totem pole. So I
So,
think either way, you get Mendoza. We can start the whole quarterback draft talk. You have Dante Moore. You have Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson did not have a great game. If anybody watched the championships games over the championship weekend, Ty Simpson did not have a great game. He struggled badly in that game. Couldn't get anything going. So I'm pretty sure that's going to knock down his stock. Pretty, I don't want to say a whole lot, but it's a pretty good knock. Um, Mendoza just strengthened his stock for sure from that game. But you got Pavia, another guy that I like. That I'm biased, because he's a local guy for me and Anthony here. But you can loop a couple of more names. All depends if these guys come out and declare, next month. So we'll see. There's still a lot of time, a lot of football. They have to go ahead and do their college football, but I feel if we want to go ahead and get a quarterback at number two, or even at three, if we jump down, if we get knocked down, just depending, if we win one or whatever, I think we'll still be in a position where we can still pick up a pretty good quarterback. But I think the line you fix the line through rounds 2 and 3. We'll see. I mean, we picked up. That's why I keep like trying to beat the drum for Charles Grant. I want to see what he has because he's a third round pick. So that has to say something. I mean, not necessarily, but if you went out and got him that high, a guy out of William and Mary, I don't know. There might be something there. Something there. We'll see. But hey, we're back in this position. I don't think we're gonna be back so fast. To be honest with you, to talk about being back in the top 5 of the draft for this year coming up. It's crazy. But
what's up, Bill M?
let me ask you guys. What did you what should we expect from these next games coming up? We have 4 games left on the season. Season's starting to wind down already. This nightmare is almost over. But what do you guys feel that we're out to? We should expect for the next 4 games coming up. Do you think we're gonna get any more blowouts, or do you think we're gonna see more tighter, cleaner football happen? Jeff,
It's just gonna be more of the same old shit we're going through right now. I just, 1 week we're gonna look like we can move the ball. Next week we're gonna look like shit. I will say I did see a difference in the offense this week versus last week as far as sustained drives and actually moving the ball with some conviction down the field. And I'm talking even early in the game. I'm not talking about during the garbage time towards the end when, we really had no shot of pulling this off. I think it's just going to be more of the same. But, yeah, that offense did look a little better. Not that he had much more time to throw. I think the level of players out there is a little bit different. With Betch out there every play, it just seems like he was a little bit more in tune with the QB this time. Bowers is Bowers. Genty getting him outside to get him the ball, that's his best option right now because running it up the middle is just not as successful as everybody thinks it should be.
Yeah.
It's just, well, I shouldn't say everybody thinks it. The coaches think it's going to be. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about you, Brad?
I'm gonna say this. What I would love to see in these next 4 weeks, like we talked about, to throw these kids in, man. Throw these kids in, let them develop, see what they can do, see what they can bring to the table. Like you said, Vetch looked good today. Like you said, like we all said, is he a number one? No. And like Jeff said, is running up the middle the answer of every time? No. But the thing is, mix it up. The thing is, everybody already knows. Either you're going to pass it to Bowers or you're going to hand it to Genty.
Yeah.
And we have a whole team. We had players today. Even I had to ask her, like, Jay, who's that? How long's he been on the team for? Like, jokingly. You know what I mean? And it's like, we've never seen this guy in, 12 games, 12 weeks. We haven't seen him.
Yeah.
And then, he comes in, boom, making plays.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy.
Stop running the same 2 plays. Oh, Bowers. Oh, Gentry. They know what you're going to do. They know what you're going to do. And also with that, with Max Crosby, they know you're a beast. They're going to double team you, and that's what everybody has been doing this season. They're double teaming Crosby because other than that, who else is doing shit on that line?
Yeah.
Nobody. What happened to Kuntz that came in for half a season and almost matched his sack record? What happened to that guy?
Yeah. I'm glad Tyree
Wilson, what happened to you? Zamir White, what happened to that guy? Like I said, we get these players and we have high expectations, and I think as Raider Nations, as fans, we need to stop that. We need to say at the end of the day, this player's fucking trash. He's trash. We need to get rid of him. There's no point in keeping him. He's not bringing nothing to the table but more out. And like Jeff said, to me, the offense looked, was it a major improvement? No. But was it an improvement nevertheless? Oh, yeah. It was a major improvement.
Little by little.
And I'm going to say this.
I'll be right back.
I don't even think it was the team. I truly, truly think it's Geno. Because the thing is, Pickett came in that little bit of the fourth quarter. And mind you, he had the same receivers. He had the same O-line. He had the same tight ends, the same running back. And look what he did in that little bit of time he was in. Like I said, he looked comfortable, Jay. He looked comfortable. He did not look nervous. His passes were crisp. They were pretty much on point. Like, I think he showed Pete, like, put me in, coach. Put me in.
Oh yeah.
So 100%. I'm gonna say with these next 4 games, I'm gonna say probably expect more losses, but I'm gonna say I hope we expect to see what these kids and these rookies can truly bring to the table. Because, like you said, why are we gonna draft somebody in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th round and not use them? Why are you sitting on the bench? We don't know if you're a good player. We don't know if we can develop you. We don't know if we can work on this or work on that. We don't know what you have. We don't know what you bring. So I want to see what they can bring.
Right.
Do we keep them next year? Do we work them out? You know what I mean? Do we tell Kappa, you're done. Hey, you're in. Get in. Show me what you can do. To me, at this point of the season, once again, what more do we have to lose, nation? Not a damn thing, but more games. We don't have nothing to lose. It's not like if we win these next 4 games, we're going to the Super Bowl. Hell, we wouldn't even be a wild card if we win these next 4. All it's going to do is fuck up our draft order.
Yeah.
So I want to say this. With Greg Olsen, show us your play calling. Truly show us your play calling. Patrick Graham, I feel he's doing everything in his power with who and what he has. But also, with that being said, bro, I don't know if you ever played professional sports. I have. But when you're on defense and you're on that field 85% of the fucking game, you get tired. You get tired, and they can't keep up. That's why our defense looks good. Normally, the first half, second half, they're winded. They're tired. So, like I said, and the thing is, we have young kids. We have these rookies. Put them in. Show us. Show us what you guys could do. Show us you want to be a Raider. And most of all, show us you are a Raider.
Yeah. Hey, really quick.
Play with some grit.
Yeah. Really quick. Hey, appreciate you, Jeff.
You saw the message, right?
Yeah. I know you got to run.
I got to go, guys.
Text me.
Yeah, I'll let you know what's going on, but I got to go.
Okay. All right, man. Be safe.
All right. Love you, Jeff.
All right. We're gonna go on for a couple more minutes and we're gonna wrap up. But my thing is this. I think that what we're probably gonna expect the next remaining 4 games. I think we're gonna start to see more cleaner football, especially from what we've been experiencing all year long. I hope to continue seeing the play the rookies trend to evaluate what we have. One thing I did not like, especially towards the end. I mean, you said it. I don't know what was the whole thing about not taking a shot at the end zone. And kicking the field goal. I know we scored 3 points, but the grand scheme of things, it really does nothing. I think putting up 7 would have looked cleaner, but that's just my take. I don't know. I just felt like that it was just like, okay, cool. We hit a game winner there. We didn't even hit a game winner. We just hit a field goal at the end of the game. Means nothing. It's just like, oh, okay, wow, cool. We hit like 3 points. I think with the offense struggling the way it is, I think you take a shot downfield, but I don't know. My thing is, I just hope to see cleaner football. We're slowly looking better, but not anything significant. It's just like a very slow process. Like you said, we haven't really seen anything from Greg Olsen yet. As far as like dynamic play calling, And I don't think that's what he's there for. I think he's there to go ahead and really just bring back that fundamental style and just bring back more of that cleaner football thing. I don't think it's so much creative. I think he's going to do all the right things that if it presents itself where we can go ahead and take a lead or whatever, I think he'll go ahead and make those type of plays. But to really be creative and like, oh, this guy's just gonna go ahead and he's gonna make all the right moves and call the right plays to like win us games. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think that's what he's there for, especially that they really haven't changed the playbook that much. They're just taking like excerpts from the playbook and implementing it on the field because it's just it would be too much, especially when you have your offense struggling to really like change up your playbook completely. So they're out there just taking plays here and there, and just more of that fundamental. As you saw, they're again snapping from behind center. You see Genty get a little bit more success that way. They're starting to find Besh. They're playing Caleb Rogers, and this is where I'm saying like where I talked about last week is Greg Olson having any influence. I think this is probably where we need to kind of focus on if there's anything more there. Like, can he really have more influence to go out there and really advocate for these rookies? And I think we're starting to see that with Tonka Hemingway going out there. You have JJ Pegues, Caleb Rogers. Hopefully we get to see Charles Grant out there, next few games, even if it's just some garbage time, let him get a couple reps. It doesn't hurt. You're not losing anything, and you're having this, having these guys just learn from their experience. So I just hope to see more of that. I don't know. Now you're going to have, I know all this week is going to be the talk, put Kenny Pickett in, or is there going to be a quarterback battle between Gino and Pickett? That's going to be all the rage. I already know that now. And to me, Pickett looked better. I think a lot of quarterbacks right now will look better. I think AOC will look better than Gino. And I don't even I'm not an AOC fan. I don't like AOC like that. But I think that we're gonna see that we're gonna have that. We're gonna have those talks, and it's gonna be interesting whether Kenny Pickett sees another light of day next week, or is it gonna be his ass back on the bench, just watching from the sideline. I don't know. Could be. We'll see what happens. I think we'll know more as the week goes by, and as we know more about Gino's injury. Obviously, if it's not bad as what they're making it out to be, it's gonna be now. We're gonna have that. Now we're gonna have that talk.
In that cast.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know, bro. Yeah, we said it too. Like, watch if Gino's not that bad, he'll walk his ass out there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
But also let me touch back on that. Like you were saying, like I said earlier, Pickett had the same receivers, he had the same O line, he had the same team, mind you. He also had Greg Olson calling the same plays. Gino couldn't do shit with it. Yeah. Look what he did. Like you said, I'm not saying it's the savior, but I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to throw that in there. It's also the same OC. And look what he was able to do. He didn't get sacked. He didn't throw an interception.
Mm-hmm.
He looked comfortable.
So, I think, the line looked a little bit better. It didn't look a whole lot better, but it looked a little bit better. I think part of it, also why you're having these numbers, is also because Gino does not have good pocket presence, right? He doesn't have that good spatial awareness when that pocket's collapsing. And obviously, we already know everybody's talked about it. He holds on to the ball too damn long, and that's just who he is, right? I don't think you see that with Pickett, and he's able to go ahead and if he feels that pocket collapsing, he's going to go ahead and try to make a mad dash for it, and that's what you want to see. Again, not necessarily to go ahead and make a play to gain yards, but not to lose yards, not to take those sacks.
Yeah, like don't run 15 yards back and then just stand there when they're coming to tackle you.
Right, exactly. So I think that's where we're starting to see a little bit more of a difference. We don't know, right? There's that talk now, that argument that's here. he had a quarter to go ahead and work, a little bit over a quarter to work. Now you're gonna have that talk. Does Gino deserve to still continue to start if he's healthy, or do you give Pickett a shot? Now there's a case for Pickett. Hey, not limited time, he was able to go ahead and get a touchdown. He looked significantly better. The offense looked a little bit more fluid. I'll give Gino his flowers here. That first drive, that looked fluid, but after that, it was just a struggle. It's just he rides waves, and there needs to be consistency. Once we have that more consistent drive, that more consistent presence, more consistent awareness, I feel that things are going to start looking different, really completely different. But I don't know. Do I feel Greg Olson has having influence on this team, on Pete? I think so. I think little by little, and it's just a relationship. But you need that fresh mind to come in, like, hey, what if we tried this? Like, I'm working with this guy. We've been working with them, or we have so and so working with them. Let's give him a shot, and he's looking better at practice or whatever, and he's finally getting his shot. I hope that's the influence that's he's providing. I feel like there's something there that he's kind of pulling the strings a little bit, and we're starting to see these changes happen, which I think, or it could be I could be completely wrong, and it could be the front office really applying more pressure on Pete to really play the rookies and really get their shit together. I don't know. It could be a combination of all these things, but It is what it is. Shout out to my guy Hit Boy. He says, I think Grant was the right tackle of that drive Jackson scored. I don't know. I don't want to say it was. Yeah, I don't want to say it was. I got to go back and look at the game tomorrow. I can kind of follow up on that once I look at the game again and try to break it down a little bit more. So hopefully, that was the case. Hopefully that was the case, and we can see about that part. Shout out to Michael Guerrero in the building. Salute, brother. Appreciate you pulling up. All right. So make sure you guys go ahead and get your questions in. We're going to take a couple more questions before we head on out again. If you guys haven't done so, hit that like and subscribe button on your boy on this channel. Just Raiders, baby. It does help to go ahead and get the show out to the YouTube universe. Appreciate you guys. If you really want to go ahead and support the show, become a member. Hit that link that's pinned up top. I got them on both streams going on. And then remember, we got a members only open mic tomorrow, and that's going to be a hot one. So make sure if you guys want to be a part of that open mic, you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button on your boy. Appreciate y'all. Make sure also you guys go ahead and hit that like and subscribe on Jeff's show. If you guys are just tapping in and you're on this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications on both channels for anything that happens, anything that drops, we go on. Appreciate you guys. Salute to everybody. Again, make sure you guys go ahead and get your questions or comments in. Let me pull this up here. All right. Any final thoughts for this game? Anything that you think we should be prepared to see or anything like that? Anthony.
I'm gonna say Pete's in the hot seat. Pete's in the hot seat. Gino's in the hot seat. And I'm going to say it's time for the rookies to show what we got. It's time for Greg to either shit or get off the pot. Patrick Graham is hanging in there in the thread. He's trying to do what he can with what he can, Like I said, and I want to say get better. But honestly, Jay, I don't think it's going to happen this season. I really don't. Yeah. I think we all know our season's done. Like I said, we can win the rest of these 4 games. We wouldn't even be a wild card.
No.
We'd still be at the bottom. So, I mean, I'm going to say with this game, it showed everybody what we already know. Gino is shit. But it also showed, look what Kenny did in a short amount of time. And like I said, once again, same team, same players, same coach, same OC, but he looked different. The team looked different in that small amount of time with him.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can ride on this momentum. I mean, granted, I do want some wins, but at this point, do we really want the wins or do we want the draft pick?
Yeah.
It's kind of,
That is a question. That is a good question. Do you want the wins or do we want the draft pick? And this is the thing. I know the Just Tank Baby is out there, but just so you guys know, players don't tank. Fans tank. Fans want the tank. Players don't tank. But honestly, we're not proving so dramatically that we're gonna start winning games next week. It's not gonna happen with 4 games left or not, especially with the schedule. 3 of those they're pretty tough teams. Chiefs are always tough, unless they're like garbage. And these guys, they're not good, but they're not garbage. That's for damn sure. I think they're definitely still in the hunt for sure. Philly, you already know what time it is with Philly. Texans are sneaky, man. So it's gonna be literally the Giants. But that's why utilize the rest of the games to go ahead and evaluate your talent. Go ahead and try out all the things you want to go ahead and try out to get ready for next season. I think the number 2, number 3 pick, we're gonna end up top 5, whatever way it looks from here on out. It's what are we gonna do with whatever pick? If it's a number 2, if it's number 3, number 4, if it's the number 1, what are we gonna do with that? Do we trust Pete with that pick? I don't know. I don't. From my standpoint, for me, I don't trust Pete. He has not shown me anything that shows that he wants to develop, he wants to grow for the future. He wants to win now, but this is a problem, Pete. You can't win now if you don't have the talent in place. If you don't have the pieces in place, you're not gonna win. And there was a misevaluation of talent from the beginning of this offseason all the way up to this point. And you have about 16 to 18 starting positions you got to replace next year. Okay. And it's a tall order. So we're back at almost square one again. Whether Pete is here for that or not, I don't know. I hope not. But if he is, fuck it. I mean, this is the sad part. We don't have a say in that part. So we're fucked if he's still here. And
but let's be real, as Raider fans, let's be honest. It's not like this is the first time we went through this with a coach. How many coaches have we brought in that were supposed to be the savior?
yeah, but you also don't bring in a 74-year-old coach as well with a 3 to 4 year contract.
But that's
You're only
what
going
I
to get
told
someone.
everybody. You've heard me tell Jeff, I was like, I respect what Pete has done, but I'm sorry, Pete's time is done. You're trying to bring Seattle into Las Vegas, and it's not working.
This is a problem with all that, is that you're trying to bring a 74-year-old coach or 73-year-old coach at the time who doesn't have a lot of time left, who's going to go ahead and want to win now, but you don't have the infrastructure, you don't have the pieces to go ahead and win now. You had a lot of work to go ahead and put a competitive team together. That was not done during the off season, and so it was up to he decided to go ahead and take it on his own mantle to bring in a lot of the players that he felt were going to get them to go ahead and make them start winning, right? Which a lot of these players are seasoned players who are literally getting that second, third chance with us to try to go ahead and really build something. That's a lot without really putting the work and bringing in the fresh young talent to complement that. So this is where we're at now. And that's the wrong way. That is the wrong way to go about it. You build your future. You build a competitive team through your draft and free agency. You go after the talented free agents. You don't go. You don't necessarily. Oh, you don't necessarily build your whole free agency or more than 3/4 of your free agency picks with guys who are washed up or who are on the second, third goal round or jumping from team to team. That's what literally happened. So here we are now. Here we are now. That's kind of where we find ourselves, and we're gonna have the same thing go happen again next year if we keep beat around. It's always gonna be in Band-Aid until we bring in new lifeblood. Somebody asked earlier, Tyler, shout out to my guy Tyler A. He said, "Who should they go after for head coach?" I mean, there's the slew of names: Chris Shula. You have guys like Joe Brady out there. I've thrown in. I don't want to do no John Gruden, bro. But Mike McCarthy would be a guy that I would want them to go ahead and interview. Even if it's an interview, this time with Dallas wasn't really that bad. He just had a lot of issues with Jerry Jones, right? And Jerry's fucking out there. That might be a guy that you probably keep in back of your head. But you have more talent. You have talent out there. If you want to bring in a new offensive coordinator, I like Mike LaFleur from the Rams. He's out of the McVay tree. Chris Shula, a guy who, for head coach, out of the McVay tree, could be one of those guys that we bring into the organization to go ahead and really build this team. Defensive minded, but a young guy who's who comes from a very reputable name, right? So you have that, who has the wisdom, but more importantly, he has that wisdom from McVay. So a little bit of win-win there. I don't know, but
no.
you go a lot of different ways
I
on
agree
this.
100%. And I'm going to say this: look at most of these teams, Jay, with winning records. Look how old their coaches are.
Yeah.
They ain't fucking 75.
Yeah.
Me and you are some of the ages of some of these fucking coaches right now. You know what I mean? Like it's evolution. It's evolution. That's what it is. Put it this way: when the Seahawks, when he won that Super Bowl with the Seahawks, if you took that gameplay 20 years back, would it have been the same gameplay? No.
Mm-hmm.
These refs, they protect who they want to protect. You see some of these quarterbacks, they're getting injured. You see some of these ones, they're barely pulling their flag or doing two-hand touch, and they're like, oh no, they're throwing the flags, and it's like, really?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I wish, as much as I dislike Geno, I wish he can get the Patrick Mahomes treatment. Yeah. He ain't gonna get it though. We're Raiders. That's what we are. It's always been Raiders against the world. It's always been us versus everybody, and that's what it is. We are not a team for the faint of heart.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's for sure. That's for sure. So I don't know. For whatever it is, I feel that this offseason is going to be very interesting on the direction we go. I think we find out in January what that's going to look like for this team and this organization moving forward at the head coach's position. You're right. I think he's in the hot seat. And, it just, even if you don't win the rest of your games, it's just how you perform the rest of your game. If you're getting blown out, if you're getting your ass handed to you, and we just look straight up sloppy offensively and defensively, your ass is grass. It's done. You're out. If there was a lot of potential out there, you played clean, you played hard, you just played better teams, because these guys are just wrecking other teams out there like Philly, then that can't be so much on you. You can only do what you have and the talent that you have, but you're out there playing clean and you're trying to make it competitive. And yeah, I don't know. Whatever way, I hope Pete's not here, but I'm not gonna hold my breath about that. I'm gonna wait to that first week or was it third week of January, that Black Monday, to find out what's really gonna happen. But yeah, my guy Hits Boy, he says it's draft day. Raiders War Room. Who drafted the Who draft board is we drafting from? Tom P, Spy, Tom P, or all of them as a whole? Yeah, I don't know, bro. It's gonna be one of those. I just hope Pete's not here for that. So we shall see. But yeah. Again, appreciate you guys. Salute to everybody.
Salute, chat.
The building today. If you guys haven't done so, hit that like and subscribe button on this channel. On my guy, Raider Jeff's channel. He had to go ahead and go. He was on here earlier. Make sure you guys.
You see that message he put there?
Yeah. That's why I told him to text me. Yeah. But again, appreciate you guys. Salute to you guys. Really quick, let me go ahead and talk about what I got coming up. The upcoming shows. So tomorrow, I got the members only open mic live tomorrow. Members only. So if you're a member, about 30 members in the building. Make sure, if you guys want to go ahead and be a part of that live, you want to get up on stage just like Pred here and talk some football, talk some shit, talk whatever. Become a member. Got my link pinned up top. It's gonna be tomorrow at 5:30 Pacific. We're gonna be doing a members only open mic. Make sure you guys go ahead and pull up and tap in for that one. It's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna do a show for 30 minutes prior. We'll do regular Raiders Unfiltered. We'll talk about this game and everything coming up, and then we'll flip over to the members only live, and we'll go ahead and do that open mic. So again, this is my gift for my members, for everybody who talks some shit, talks some football. We'll do some fun stuff on there for sure. So make sure you guys go ahead and pull up for that one. And obviously Wednesdays, got the Raider Connection with the fellas, with Jeff, Leo, our guy, LV Raider 10-8. We'll be doing the damn thing this Wednesday coming up, 7 p.m. Pacific on the West Coast. Make sure you guys go ahead and pull up. And make sure you guys tap in this Saturday for a fresh episode of Good Morning Raiders, 10 a.m. Pacific. Again, on the West Coast. I got a special guest who's going to be popping in. Shout out to my guy, Farrell. Farrell's going to be in the building. We're going to go ahead and talk about the season, man. Great insights. If you guys have seen Around the Shield and the 50/50 show with that he does with Severe, it's going to be a hot one. So I had Farrell early in the year, in the off season. I'm gonna get his takes for everything that has transpired this season. So make sure you guys go ahead and tap in for that one. Good Morning Raiders this Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific. Pull up for that one for sure. But other than that, that is it. That is my time. That is our time for today. Appreciate y'all. Salute to everyone. Again, hit that like and subscribe button. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I will see all the members tomorrow. I'll put out a post for the members to make sure you guys go ahead and pull up for that one. And just remember, just Raiders, baby. I'll see you guys mañana. Peace.
Raiders.
Hold on, dog. Let me do it right here. All right.
Hey, real quick before we go, guys. Remember, get your patch from the Predator. All money gets donated to autism and children's cancer. And we got something new. We got some koozies. Koozies are going for $5. DM your boy. All money gets donated to autism and children's cancer. Jay, I want to say thank you. Thank you for everything. You, Jeff, Nate, Cheeto, Raider Will. You guys have made me bigger than what I was, and I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for everything, man. Love you, brother.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you for having us today. And we're gonna do a damn thing, man. It was fun. I appreciate you pulling up and getting on here and talking some shit with us for sure.
Hey,
so,
anytime, brother. You know I'm here.
Man. Yeah, yes, sir. We'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow on the live tomorrow, and all the members. I'll see you guys tomorrow for that open mic. So make sure you guys go ahead and pull up to that one. Other than that, appreciate you guys. Love you guys.
All right, chat.
Next time. Peace.
Inside Allegiant Stadium for the first time this year.